If you were taught these four things as a child, you were raised by exceptional parents. What are these four things? Stick around and find out. Welcome to Pump and Dump the News. Let's get into it. Happy Monday to you all. Usual MO for me today. I'm wearing last night's makeup, so I look like I just got ready for the day, but I am fooling you all. Anyway, I read this article about these four things if you were taught as a child that you had exceptional parents, but I thought I could probably do this more as a parenting advice type segment as opposed to a reflection. But if you are older, you can reflect back on the lessons that you were taught by your parents. That works for everybody. Number one is if you were taught to be curious. Einstein says, quote, "Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited to all we now know and understand, while imagination embraces the entire world and all there ever will be to know and understand." End quote. Pretty good, Einstein, pretty good. According to the World Economic Forum, curiosity and lifelong learning ranks 8th most important core skill for the future of work. Pretty good. It's not just a magical time during your childhood and a cute childhood trait to have, but it's also an essential asset in a fast-changing world. So embrace the curiosity. That is one thing about childhood, is like the amount of imagination that you have is so awesome, and you lose that at some point. So having your kids just fully tap into that imagination is something that really is very important to do. Number two is to deal with your emotions in a healthy way. So instead of telling your kids to stop crying, it's not a big deal, or go to your room until you have calmed down, that sends the message that emotions are inconvenient, messy, or shameful. If your parents let you feel your emotions, helped you name and acknowledge them, also modeled what it looked like to calm down without shutting down, which is a rare thing, it's so super valuable. It can actually be a huge asset in your professional life. Apparently, people with a high emotional intelligence earn an average of $29,000 more a year than people that do not have a high emotional intelligence score, which I don't even know how they figure this stuff out, but that's what I read. Number three is that failure is a learning tool. So if your parents, or if you say to your child after they fail at something or do bad on a test, you say, "Good, now you know what not to do next time." You may have felt dismissed by your parents, or you may feel like you're being dismissive, but you're teaching your kids that failure isn't the opposite of success, it's just part of it. Pain plus reflection equals progress. So if you were taught that mistakes are a part of the process rather than something to be ashamed of, you got an edge on life. You're probably more willing to take risks, are more resilient, or likely to bounce back when things don't go as planned. So that is definitely something to keep in mind when our children are in school or doing sport or whatever it is, that you just learn from your mistakes and you be resilient. And number four is independence, balance, accountability.